Welcome to Hebron. Welcome to RCSBN Hebron here on Regan Sports Network. We got a star, okay? We got a star on the volleyball court. We got a star on the softball court. Outside hitter for you, Molly Friel. How you doing? How is it popping?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing real good, real good. So, kind of going into your guys' amazing volleyball season. Softball season. So, how do you kind of build that off of that and then go into the volleyball season coming up?
Well, we're hoping to have like a really good season. A lot of the schools have graduated a lot of seniors this year, and we're going in with a lot of seniors. So we'll definitely be at least top three this year in volleyball season. We're really gonna push for it this year.
Absolutely. Uh, you mentioned the seniors, like with the Couts, with the South Central. So, with the PCC being wide open, what are some of your goals coming into this year?
Well, we're hoping for the PCC championship, obviously. Um, Probably just I guess getting top two probably would be the goal, and just reaching for more all conference players than we've had in the past.
Nice, nice. So, what's the recruitment like so far here for you, Molly, and you're going to be your senior year?
It's going really good. I'm talking to some colleges right now, and I went on a visit, and it went really well, but we're still looking.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. So let's go back, flash forward, because we kind of talked about your guys' year before your sophomore year and stuff like that. So PCC champs, sectional champs, um, just missed with regional, but you guys went against 59ers, who was going to play in state this week. But uh, looking back on your year, what are some of the fond memories that you have of that amazing year in softball this year so far?
Well, it was definitely a really good year. So a lot of the memories happened on the bus. On the way there, we would have the speaker blasting, trying to get us all pumped up. Uh, the dugout was always loud, always laughing, screaming, trying to have just a fun time, stay loose.
Absolutely. So, girl, your pop with the home runs went up this year. So, what are some keys for that success as the homer numbers and the extra base hits go up from your sophomore year to now in your junior year?
Um, I definitely was more relaxed than I was my sophomore year. I was playing more loose, just trying not to focus on like, oh my gosh, like I need to hit like a home run, like this is like my chance. Like I was just staying loose. I wasn't thinking as much, just trying to put the ball in play, move runners around.
Absolutely. So, what are some of the keys to keep that momentum going next year when you're a senior?
Probably just same thing, just have fun, move players around, just doing your job basically, keeping your mind in the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, who are your top three schools at the moment
For college,
for college? Yep.
okay, so I have St. Ambrose, which my brother goes there, so he'll be graduating and I would be going in. And then I have Ferris State, and there's a lot more that like I've been talking to, but like I don't know, those are just my top two.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So, what are some training like? What's the training from your junior year to now your senior year here, going into the volleyball season and kind of again expectations are high. You guys have a bunch of seniors coming back, um, and a lot of the PCC schools do not.
Yeah, so we're really just focusing on like placing the ball where we know like Most of the girls won't be, and we're conditioning right now, so that's probably going to be rough, but we'll get through it. It'll help us through the season. Um, we're really just trying to work hard, getting in the gym a lot.
Absolutely. So, who are you guys got marked on the calendar for volleyball season early here? I know it's June, but that season's coming rapidly.
It is. For PCC, it's definitely gonna be South Central for sure. They got Wade coming back. They have Welsh. Those key players right there too. So
I mean, it's going to be bittersweet for your broadcaster here. As you know, kind of talked about it a little bit off. We're in talks to come to your place, to Hebron High School. So, um, us being broadcasters for South Central for the last 3 or 4 years, that's a very interesting game with Wade coming into town, with Welsh, with the Marks sister, um, with Sadie. Still a great club, with Welsh being one heck of a coach herself. So, yeah, that's early too.
yeah.
So, what do you think your chances are against Boone Grove? That rivalry.
Well, last year was just I don't even know. The last game that we played against them, it was just a mess. I don't even know what was going on. I think we just came in, we thought we were just gonna like stomp on them, be out 3 sets, and just go home, but that was definitely not the case. Um, we're definitely gonna be we'll probably watch film on them for sure. I've been going back and watching film the past couple of weeks and just kind of looking like where I wasn't, where I need to be on the court now. Just studying them a little bit more.
Okay, nice, nice. So, while you're studying them and stuff like that, uh, reading kind of volleyball wise, is it kind of the sets that you're studying, kind of where you guys are at, where the best kind of hit spots against that club is, kind of thing?
They were mainly like a deep corner, middle of the court, like hitting, and that's where we weren't because you have like your left back and your middle back up playing a little bit, getting the tips because I mean, it's like it's a 50-50 shot. You don't know what's going to happen. So we just need to be on our toes a little bit more, but we'll be fine. We'll get there.
Okay, solid, solid. Okay, so, okay. Which campus, I know I'm putting you in a spot with recruitment stuff, which campus is the more beautiful one? Ferris State or St. Ambrose, since you have been on it since your brother played basketball there, and you're going to be coming in and he's going to be coming out. What campuses kind of caught your eye in this recruitment so far?
I love St. Ambrose campus. It's nice and small, so like kind of like Hebron, I'll know like where to go. It was really nice to go on a campus tour too, so like I'll know where I want to study, like where I'll be at most of the day. So it'll be really nice.
Nice. So, what are some things you're going for school and kind of thinking about studying when you hit that college level?
Well, okay, so I'm undecided right now, so I kind of just want to go in for like business or something, and then like probably when I'm in there, I'll just figure out what I want to do. Maybe something with like a physical therapist or something with sports.
Okay, okay, okay. I mean, if they have a broadcasting, you have a free internship, especially since. But anyway, that's something to think about there, Molly. Let's see here. What are some of your favorite times to kind of like strike with being an outside hitter and stuff like that?
Um, Probably one like really big advantage is when you have your setter that I mean a lot of setters can jump, but like usually they're like smaller and it's just like a really good advantage to use that line and or like the cross too, like the really hard angle shot where like your outside would be standing. Those are just my probably my favorites too. Like even the open middle, that's a really good like key tool to use too.
Absolutely. So, what are some of your favorite gyms in the PCC to strike at, and kind of with the angles and everything along those lines?
Um, I don't know. I really love our gym. I think personally our gym is the best in the PCC. I don't really know. We haven't really played in the Couts high school gym because we had to play in the middle school one. Something was going on. I don't know, but Boone Grove. I like Boone Groves too. So probably I'd have to say Boone Grove or Hebrons.
Okay, okay. I will agree with you. Um, I kind of like South Central's a little bit too, but I will agree with you on that. I would say Hebron's probably the best gym in the PCC. Hosts a lot of events there. So, kind of going over all that stuff, the PCC kind of tournament, we kind of talked about that a little bit. What are some goals and some keys to kind of get you guys into that championship kind of game this year?
Definitely staying focused. Just knowing what we want to do with the ball, putting our bodies on the floor, like just being aggressive, making sure that like even just touch, like making sure like we can just be there and just try and get it up.
Absolutely. So, again, what's that feeling like when your teammates, uh, fellow senior this year, has that perfect setup? Okay, especially against a Boone Grove or a Morgan or South Central or any of the PCC schools, because you guys it's rivals all over the place anymore in that conference. Just that perfect setup, and then you just nail it, either perfectly or just perfect spike this year.
Um, the feeling is definitely like you just know once you like have that up there, like and you know it's like right in the perfect spot. You just know that it's just like, wow, this is gonna be like a good kill, or like maybe you could just do something like out of pocket with it, like just go somewhere like nobody would just think you would go. Like it's just a really nice feeling just to know that you can have those kills.
Absolutely. So we're gonna flash back to softball. Okay. Um, what's it the feeling like beating a team like South Central multiple times this year after having to deal with those amazing classes the last couple of years? What was it kind of like? Oh, hey, we finally got over that kind of South Central up.
Um, we definitely came in there like we definitely cannot be sleeping on this team. Like they're a team that will take this from us. We were coming in like really strong and focused and just like once we knew we put a couple on the board, we knew we could relax a little bit. But then like when we got in like those like little tight situations, we were back focused and like just we had to get business done.
Absolutely. So, kind of going against the pitchers that you went against, we kind of talked about it a little bit with Natalie, with Lexi. Um, you guys handled both of them pretty well. So, what was kind of the mindset going into those games?
Um, Going into the Boone Grove game, I was definitely just like I just have to be relaxed up there. Just like see your perfect pitch, you just gotta go for it. You can't just let it go right past you. So, definitely the Boone Grove game. I definitely hit some good hits against Natalie, and I was kind of surprised myself. But I was like, I can do this. Like it's a normal thing. A lot of girls hit off of her. But South Central game, Lexi definitely knew how to pitch to me. It was a little rough. I had to get used to it. But they're both really good pitchers.
Absolutely. And then going against Clara Frazier with Wheeler. So, what was kind of the first couple innings and stuff like that? So, what was it like facing her rise ball and then kind of taking time and kind of adjusting to it?
Well, so going back to like going up against Natalie, I was definitely not in the right spot of the box, and she was throwing me those rise balls. So going into that sectional, going against Clara, I was definitely up in the box, like knowing like where I needed to be to see like, oh, this is gonna be a rise ball. Like I should not be swinging at this. She was a very good pitcher. I give her a lot of credit. Like she's very good. Um, I don't know. I struggled a couple innings, I would say, but we were just doing really good. Like we're a very good hitting team. Very good.
Absolutely, you are. Um, it's amazing to watch with 1 through 9 all being great hitters, and with Heidi just slapping and kind of being that second leadoff woman to Tolzik. Um, but you're anchoring it down there. Emily's anchoring it. Addison at some points with Dumovic. Um, but what's that chemistry like having Addison in softball season, Dumovic, and then having her during volleyball season as well? Kind of learning under you guys who were upperclassmen last year, and then now kind of the same kind of similar thing when she comes in upperclassmen, and now you guys can kind of rock and roll because you had that kind of rebuilding for volleyball for the last 2 years.
Yeah, so it's very nice having like girls playing the same sports. You guys can like build that chemistry together. Going into volleyball season, I think we're gonna be a lot stronger this year. Me and Addison. Uh, it'll be very fun to see what we can do. We're trying to run a lot of different routes now this season. Since she was a freshman last year, I mean, we weren't running as much. We had some new players. A lot of freshmen were young last year. But we're definitely trying to run a lot more routes this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, kind of explain a little bit more like the sets, the routes, and stuff like that. So, is it kind of like with the setter kind of getting ready to kind of and just laying it into you guys who are outside hitters who can kind of point where you're going to hit over that net?
So it's the pass. That pass has to be perfect to our setter. You really just want that pass to be like right there, and then the setter knows where to place it. So setters are awesome. They just know exactly where to put it for me and the rest of the hitters.
Absolutely. So, we're going to go into the hot corner here. I'm going to try asking you different questions from the last interview that we did, but it's probably going to be similar. So, no puns intended here on Regan's Corner. So, fun fact, okay? Uh, what was your high school, or not high school, but your city named before it was Hebron?
I don't know.
Okay. It was the corner.
Really?
Yeah. So I looked at that. We had one of our presidents who told me that, who was a Hebron grad. Um, and I was like, hoo, 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 that's too perfect. Um, and anyway, okay. So, okay. Fast Furious franchise or Galaxy, the Gardens of the Galaxy franchise? Which one's better?
I'd say Fast and Furious.
Okay. Nice, 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 nice. There's a lot more movies. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your go-to fast food place?
Um, I'd have to say Chick-fil-A. I think that's what I said the last time too. I'm pretty sure it is still Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, it's going to overlap with these questions. So, what is the top 5 TV series for Molly here?
Oh my. Okay, so I'd have to say Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Uh Riverdale, Shameless. Uh I don't even know what else I watch. Huh. Those were my top 3. I don't really know. I just rewatch a lot of shows, to be honest.
Okay. Solid choices. Solid choices. So, what is your favorite celebration on the softball field and on the volleyball field?
Um okay, so after I get a kill, I definitely like to flex a lot. I don't know why. It's just like a habit. It makes me feel like I don't know. Um On the softball field, probably when I hit a double or my home run celebration. That's pretty funny too. I'll just like it's from a TikTok, and this little kid did it, and I don't know, it's just stuck with me, and I just think it's so funny.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Hmm. Okay. What's your favorite moment this year on the bus ride homes?
Probably after winning that sectionals, we were so hyped up, and it was just amazing feeling just to win that sectional. Like we did not think we were gonna go in there 10-run rule. Like it was just like wow, we just did that. Like we are like such a good team.
Absolutely. And building off that 10-run rule, how is it? How did it feel? Kind of having kind of a slow day. You're talking about kind of struggling with the rise balls and stuff like that with Natalie and kind of all that jazz. Lexi a little bit too, Lexi Johnson. Um, Getting a home run off of that same pitcher you were struggling off of, and then having that be a walk off in a rival's home stadium that you beat the night 2 nights prior.
It was an amazing feeling. I definitely did not think it was out. I thought it was gonna go foul. So it was going straight to that foul pole, and I just like looked at the first base coach, and I was like, "Is that still fair?" And then I like turned, and it like just went over, and I was like, "Yes, like let's go!" And it was just like an amazing feeling.
Absolutely. So you're always welcome here on Regan's Corner, Molly, and we'll be seeing you guys around a little bit more this year, hopefully. Still got a lot of things that kind of check off before uh, the move or if we stay. So stay froggy, my friend, and go Hawks.